to today's tutorial. In this video, we are going to look at how to be a role model to your children. The most effective ways of being a role model to your children. As a parent, when you live your best life, your children are noticing it. When you are living a fake life, your children are also noticing it. When you are a rebellious person, when you are somebody that fights in the neighborhood, that always quarrel, your children are noticing. And not only that they are noticing, they are copying it. Children are your reflections. Whatever you see your children do that you don't like, first of all, find it in you. If you can't find it in you, that is when you begin to inquire where they learn the attitude from. But most at times, they copy those characters from their parents. What am I trying to say? Being a role model has to do with the life you live, the way you live your life. Children are observing and they are copying and they are going to replicate it. So today, we are going to look at how best to be a role model to your children. Number one, practice what you preach. Put into practice what you preach to your children. Children learn by examples. What you tell your children does not really matter to them. What matters to them more is what they see you do. The most important aspect of being a role model is saying what you mean to your children and meaning what you say to them. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Children want to see you walk the walk. They want to see you do what you say. So when you preach to them, endeavor to practice what you preach to them, because they are more influenced by what you do than what you say. Number two, consistency in your words. Being consistent in what you tell your children. If you tell your children to be honest today, and tomorrow you begin to justify the reason for lying, your children will be confused. They will begin to see lying as an avenue to get what you want. So anytime your children want to get something from you, they will lie to you because they copy it from you. Be consistent in your words and also in your practice. Do what you preach. Preach what you do. Be the change you want to see in your children. Reflect it to them. Model that life to them. Modeling is all about portraying the characteristics, the values, and the behaviors you want to see in your child. Friendship, respect, and tolerance are excellent foundations for modeling, coupled with leading your family with honesty and commitment. Parents, be consistent with what you preach to your children and be committed to your words. Number three, maintaining healthy relationships. Your relationship with people around you, in your family, your spouse, your relations are the most influential aspect of your life. Your children will copy. Are you quarrelsome? Find it in your children. Do you maintain a good relationship with people around you? Your children will reflect that. So model the relationships you want your children to have with family, with people, with your neighbors. Teach your children forgiveness while establishing a healthy relationship lifestyle in them. You can achieve that by forgiving all your offenders. Always show forgiveness. And when your children see that attribute in you, they will copy it and replicate. Practice to be the best role model for your children. Number four, self-improvement. As long as there is life, there are many things to learn. Being a long life learner is an excellent way of being a role model to your children. What is your vision about life? How are you pursuing their vision before your children? Does your children notice that you are pursuing your visions? If they actually notice it, that is when they will be able to have their own vision and begin to pursue it. Model learning to your children. Encourage them to read books. If as a parent you don't strive for self-development, your children will not also do that. So model self-development to your children. Try to increase daily in knowledge acquisition. Number 5, teach your children never to stop learning. There is always something new to learn in this life. Try to learn new things daily. Start with self-improvement. As you are doing that, your children are observing. Your children are copying it, and they are going to replicate it. There are many things to learn in this life. Learning never ends. Self-care is part of learning. You can decide to learn about self-care, how to take care of yourself. As we are digging into that knowledge, your children are observing you. They will also know how important it is to take care of oneself. So as a parent, keep learning, keep developing yourself, model it to your children. Number 6, be available. Having time with your family is the most important aspect of modeling good characters to your children. Make time for your children and be deeply involved in their lives. When you do that, as they grow, they will also replicate it with their family. But if you are the type of parent that goes out in the morning, from there you go to bar, you drink, you come back at late night, your children will copy it. And tomorrow, they will replicate it in their respective homes. So be a good example. Always spend quality times with your children. Be available for them. Being available doesn't mean staying at home. You can be at home without being relevant to your family. You can be at home and have 100% business with your phones and laptops without having anything to do with your family. Ensure to create time for your family. Time to play with your kids. Time to teach them new things. Time to expose them to new experiences. If you make your phones and your laptops your partner and model that to your children, when you grow old, those children will also make phones and laptops their partners. In other words, you will be lonely. No children to play with you. They will not visit you. The time they used to visit you, they will use it to visit their phones and their laptops. So, if you don't want to suffer loneliness as a parent at your old age, model having quality time with your family to your kids. Number 7, communicate effectively. We are talking about how to be a role model to your children. Effective communication is very important in developing a good relationship with your children, even with your spouse. Listen to your children. Make out time to evaluate their concerns. Listening and respect should be a way of life in your family. Make it a standard of life in your family. Teach your children how to develop good self-esteem. Start by respecting their individualities. Don't compare your kids. Treat them according to their individualities. Being a role model is a difficult aspect of leadership, but good leaders listen more and speak less. So listen more to your family. Always open your mind and your ears to what your children are saying to you. To communicate effectively in your family, don't use derogatory words. Use positive languages, positive affirmations when talking with your children. Model effective communication with them. Number 8, set and achieve your goals. Setting goals and working towards them is an excellent way of teaching your children hard work and perseverance. As you are working towards your goals, include your children in it, whether it is a personal goal or a family goal. Celebrate their wins and encourage them when they have setbacks. Doing this will help your children to develop the sense of determination and resilience. Modeling hard work to your children is the best way to teach them how to be motivated, how to study, and how to do well in their endeavors. Remember, children are observing you and they are evaluating your behavior. Endeavor to set goals for yourself, whether you eventually achieve the goals or not. Children are observing. Don't be afraid of failure in achieving your set goals. The most important thing you want to model to your children is the fact that they need to be setting goals and pursuing their goals. Setting goals enables you to see where you are going and where you are coming from. When your children see you sticking to your plans, it teaches them determination, commitment, organization, and self-discipline. Encourage your children to set their individual goals and pursue them. Number 9, fostering independence with you. If you are getting value from this video, please kindly give it a thumbs up by liking this video. Also endeavor to subscribe. Subscribing will help the algorithm to show my videos to many people. Fostering independence is very important to helping your children develop self-reliance and responsibility. Encourage them to make decisions and take on appropriate responsibilities according to their age and abilities. Doing this will help them to develop the sense of autonomy and self-confidence. As a parent, the best thing you can do is to raise an independent child. Ensure to teach your child to be their own person by demonstrating independence, commitment to values, and willingness to pursue their goals. Define your own success as a parent and let your children define theirs. Doing this will stir up self-esteem and self-confidence in the child. I strongly believe that one of the most important values a child can learn from a role model is how to live and act in a way that promotes self-esteem. Number 10, modeling healthy habits. Modeling healthy habits is very critical to the physical well-being of your children. Eating a healthy diet, having enough sleep, and exercising regularly are healthy habits to model to your children. Keep unhealthy habits away from your children. Habits like smoking, excessive drinking, and eating junks. Healthy eating and exercising regularly helps to improve life. When you do that, your children will learn it from you. So model healthy living for your children. Being a role model for your children requires dedication, commitment, and self-discipline. It also requires consistency. By practicing what you preach, being present for your children, communicating effectively, setting and pursuing your goals and others, you will be a good role model for your children. However, your primary responsibility as a parent is to help to shape these children into being kind, respectful, honest, and caring individuals. Being a good role model is most at times the best way to accomplish this. So be intentional about your life. Model your life to your children. Remember, they are your reflection. Thank you for watching my video. God bless you. Don't fail to subscribe.